I was not able to see his practice in person, but I can understand. I think that he and I have some similarities, so that I can understand his circumstances. He is the only, I believe he is one of the few prosthetic urologists doing his practice in dealing with erectile dysfunction in his country, Colombia, Medellin. So, yes, I was in the same place before, position before. Being able to do inflatable penile prostate surgery doesn't make you a prosthetic urology. Prosthetic urologists should devote themselves to the treatment of the patients as well. And I believe Dr. Carvajal is doing that very eagerly. As you know, he may be few in that place, and at the same time, every culture has its differences. And Dr. Carvajal is adjusting his own practice to his own culture to serve his patients better. He's that eager to make the, I would say, climate change for the better of his people. So in that kind of sense, I admire his eagerness and his enthusiasm to serve his patients better.
I decided to make a penile prosthesis and ED because I saw that in my country there's not people dedicated in that area. It's just a few people, and they don't have people with a good education in ED, and especially in penile prosthesis implantation. It is difficult in my country for the patients to talk about ED. In some cultures, like my culture, the people has some fears, and it's not with confidence to talk about erectile dysfunction. So we need to have doctors with experience to deal with, to ask to the patients about ED first, because many patients doesn't want to talk about. So you need to have experience to deal with, because some patients, even if you ask about ED, the patient doesn't want to talk about. It is normal that the patient first comes to you to ask about BPH, for example, or other urological problems. And it is common that at the first time I asked about the erectile function, is just to asking the question about it. So many patients are talking about ED problems, but maybe the patients are not going to consult to you by that reason. So it's the first gate that I open, and after that I'm trying to get with more confidence with the patient and to ask about their sexual performance and how he's feeling about it. And sometimes I found a lot of patients with ED problems. I had a lot of different cases, but maybe the more dramatic cases are the patient with priapism. And I had a very young guy with 21 years old with ischemic priapism, after ischemic priapism, and the guy was completely impotent. The problem was that nobody offers treatment for erectile dysfunction. So the patient was consulting a lot of doctors for many time, and I received the patient when he was in 24.
Wow.
And the first time the patient was so desperate. And but when I talked with the patient and when I offered a solution for his erectile dysfunction, the patient was completely happy, and at the end I implanted a penile prosthesis to the patient. Very difficult surgery. You can imagine 4 years after ischemic priapism, completely fibrosis, I found it. But the patient nowadays is pretty happy, and he was returned to his sexual activity. I think as we have a lot of options to treat erectile dysfunction, so I think as the important thing is to have a lot of options and to try to choose the right candidate for each option, because it's not just pills or devices or penile prosthesis. When you has experience in treating sexual dysfunction, maybe you have the right way to choose why will be the best candidate to each treatment. And penile prosthesis absolutely are a very good option for the severe erectile dysfunction. And you have to have in account that not all the patients are candidates to do that. And the most important thing is to talk with the patient about the expectation of the patient, because if you are in the right way to choose the penile prosthesis like treatment in one selected patient, maybe you are going to be in a very successful surgery and a very happy patient for the future.